And we're live. I'm Jay Skinner, and welcome to Buyers and Sellers. This is a show that meets every Friday morning at 10:35, and we're talking about topics, issues, things that are important that people enjoy or don't enjoy, depending on your perspective. Sometimes there's a certain amount of conviction that goes into it, and we all want to be better. And this is about reinvent, restart, rebuild from both the buyer's and the seller's perspective in business. So we're going to take a minute here. I know there's some more people joining. Let me play a song. Just have a little bit of fun. Welcome by. I'm Jay Skinner. This is the Buyers and Sellers Show. I want to welcome you. I'm glad to see people joining right now. And we're live. How about that? You got two of those today. I'm so happy you're here. And the topic of the show today is a scout is, are you? Well, when you think about Boy Scouts and Scouts, maybe one of the things you consider is, what is it? The Scout motto, be prepared. And my friend Jeffrey Gittimer said this on a show the other day. It's probably in one of his books. The time is yours to control if you are prepared. The only way to relax is to be prepared. Don't get in scramble mode. And so I want to challenge you, first of all, right here at the beginning, to think about, are you prepared when you're going into things? And remember this idea as part of your overall package. I see, looking over here too. Good morning. Hey, Kevin. Good morning. Good to see you. And Sharon, good morning. I say you actually made it. Congratulations. And Sharon, in the course of this, please let us know, are you still on the continuous live trip in your business? And how many consecutive days have you gone live with your business? And you can also type in your website. People might be interested to know more about you, so they could get on your website, see what you do. Anyway, again, I welcome everyone. Another thing is that I wanted you to know, I put this chat up earlier from YouTube. If you've joined us through the LinkedIn invitation that takes you to YouTube, I've gotten some feedback that if you try to comment or chat from there, it doesn't come through. So the way to do it would be, once you got there and you know what the link is, click on your app for YouTube, go in through your own sign in, not through directly from the LinkedIn link if you want to be able to comment. You can certainly hear and and see the show here without doing that. But if you want the chat to work, I think you're going to have to hit your app and be on your personal account before that'll work. So thank you very much. And let's think about this. Another big principle of this show, buyers and sellers, is the silver rule. And I don't want us to lose track of that. Look at that. People are calling me. Terrell.
Hey, buddy, you're just tearing it up, aren't you?
Well, you're on the show right now.
Oh, no way.
You are. It's Terrell Gray. Hey, buddy. I hope you're watching me right now. I need to go back to the crowd here.
Yeah, go ahead and call me after if you would. I'm driving right now. I got some news to tell you.
Okay, look forward to it. Talk to you later.
Thanks, bud.
How about that? Terrell's always on the show, and I appreciate it. Anyway, think about the silver rule, everyone, and remember to do unto your vendors as you want your customers to do unto you. And just think about it. I don't even know if I have to explain the idea. It goes a long way if there's consistency and integrity between how you treat others and how you want to be treated. Good things will happen. And you'll find that your relationship with your vendors will improve a lot, and your customers maybe too. How about that? So what did we say was the Scout law, those principles there? As I was thinking, what could I share with you that could have maximum impact? And I thought of something that I have carried with me my entire life since I was just a little guy. And that was, I started in Cub Scouts, and that was great. It's like I got into that, and we did crafts with my den mother, and then we were in Webelos, and then it was Boy Scouts, and it was Troop 173 at Northminster Presbyterian Church, and had these men that were the scoutmasters and assistant scoutmasters, and my dad helped, and he was in charge of transportation, and all these fathers were helping. And I learned how to tie knots and swim a mile and go camping and make a fire and got lots of merit badges. And I worked through the ranks. I got to what they called Life Scout rank, was just below Eagle. And I was a few merit badges and a project away from Eagle. I didn't make that, but I can say I wish I had gotten Eagle. However, it doesn't diminish the fact that the Scout experience was awesome. And I think it's probably similar for both Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts. And there's some principles in there that I learned that I've carried with me through my entire life that have helped add to my success and my valuable relationships with others. So just as we're jumping in here, there we go. Hey, Ron, good morning. Glad you're here. Okay, Sharon. Absolutely. 597 today. Memorial Day will be 600 consecutive go lives for her business. And you ought to check out thesharonhoffmeister.com to see what she does. This is my niece, and I'm so proud of her. And just that record is unbelievable. So way to go, Sharon. So let's get right into the Scout law and how it applies to what we do. And this is something that could go for it could be 12 different talks an hour long if someone was going to do it. We don't need it. What I want you to get is the idea. And if you didn't know about this before, then this is good. And a Scout is, and then it's trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. It's makes me want to do this. How about that? Now, who doesn't want to be those things? And to be introduced that at the age of, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and that be part of it, and kind of, you had to memorize that, and it was part of it. those of you that were scouts, I hope you memorized it. If you didn't, remember it, because each one of these attributes are great things to be. And in business, they build trust if you're going to sell something. So let's just think about trustworthy for a minute and trust. And isn't that what we build with our customers and with our vendors so that we can have great relationships, of course? Well, in order to build trust, you have to be trustworthy and have to have demonstrated things in your life, in your activity, and things that you say and do that let people know that they can genuinely trust you. So I guess one of the first questions is, can people trust you? And going over here as we go here, look at this. My entire life hasn't happened yet. Well, that is the truth, Ron. That is the truth. As we go through life, and my life hasn't happened yet, and yours hasn't either. Maybe we can add some things to it. So, trustworthy. Are you trustworthy? Think about it. Loyal. Gee, what's loyalty? How important is that? I think a word comes to my mind, or what people have said in the past is like, loyal. I got your back. Yeah, I think that's it. I got your back. Loyalty is what you do with and about other people when they're not looking, when you're talking to others. Are you loyal? Do you have that reputation? No, I'm not asking you to be loyal. I'm guilty of this when I hire people. I say there's always a higher person to go to, and if you have a problem with me and you can't come talk to me or somebody else, you can move up the ladder. If there's an issue, I would say if someone does something that's illegal, immoral, or unethical, that's where loyalty goes away. I mean, that's not loyalty. And you're not expected to be loyal to people through that sort of thing. Helpful. You know, when I was reading some books about this from the early 1900s, and the founder of the Boy Scouts, I think, is Lord Baden-Powell. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, he was doing a dissertation on these principles, and he talked about being helpful and don't take anything, gift or remuneration, in return for doing something nice, like helping a little old lady across the street, being helpful to somebody to get a job done, nice things like that. That's very valuable and important to be helpful. Kevin, you're saying, Coachman and I were talking about this just the other day. We all have to be responsible for our own behavior. You bet. That we do. Friendly. So what's friendly mean to you? I think friendly is this: smile and be happy. When you approach someone, are you friendly? Do you look like somebody that they want to talk to? When you're and I'll take everything back, sellers and buyers and sellers, doesn't it start with a smile and a chuckle? Gittimer says, if you can make them laugh, you can make them buy. It's like, I know that within my own group, I build credibility when I have meetings and there's something funny, and I might say something that makes everybody laugh, or someone else does, and we're genuinely just kind of having some fun. I think that's all part of friendly. What does that mean to you? right now, and I was talking to a bank manager just last night, and she was lamenting to me about the difficult time her tellers are having with the public over the last year, and especially as this whole pandemic thing has been roaring, hopefully to a halt, but it came to a crescendo. Um, People are not feeling real courteous, and they feel not so friendly sometimes either. And a lot of this is just on account of the stress and the pressure. And it behooves us who recognize these things to be the bearer of courtesy. Please and thank you. My friends in Mexico, and you may be watching right now, I hope you are, probably remember me as I was real good at gracias and por favor. Sí, quiero agua, por favor. Whatever, where I was lots of pleases and thank yous, always am, and try to be that in English as well. And I hope that you are likewise courteous with people. And I will say it doesn't necessarily mean calling everybody Mr. and Mrs. Sometimes courtesy is just getting more familiar and happy and kind with them. How about that word, kind? Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind. What's kind mean? Anybody have any thoughts about that? Kind is not letting people run over you. Kind is not being a doormat to be used and abused, believing that if you push back or resist or protect yourself, that that's somehow unkind. That's what it is not. I believe kind is when you reach out to others to be helpful. Kind is you empathize and understand other people's position. And I believe a kind response to other people's situations is not to immediately offer suggestions and solutions like you're the answer to their problems, but rather offer empathy, sometimes sympathy. And then if you've got some suggestions on how you can help, ask permission to bring them to the table. See, Kevin, if you have a choice between being right and being kind, choose kind. I like that. Thank you, Kevin. Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient. You said says a scout is, but gee, I hope Jay Skinner is. I hope you are. So what's obedient? Now, obedient is not doing the wrong thing in response to orders you're receiving from people in authority telling you to do bad stuff. That's not obedience. Obedience is understanding what you should be doing in a given situation, having that sense from within. I talk about my Jiminy Cricket on the inside that says what I should be doing or what I should be thinking about. For our Christians that are, say, they're filled with the Holy Spirit, that this Holy Spirit gives them guidance and thoughts. In other beliefs, there's enlightenment and insight that comes from within or without. and you say, is this good? And if it is, then be obedient. And then, children, obey your parents and respect them. So let's see what we got here. Ron says, especially courteous to those who serve you, who are required to enforce rules. Oh, that would be I would call that a tip to the men and women in blue and service people that are charged with enforcing those rules and being out there. Exactly, Ron. I think that is a good point. So when you're obedient, someone says, do this or do that, then do it unless there's something wrong with it. And if there's something wrong with it, then, gee, can you imagine I might be guilty of a little bit of civil disobedience from time to time? Ah, of course, could be. Nothing bad, nothing illegal. But I've been known to tell a guy at a store, no, I don't think I'm going to do this or that, and elect to leave instead of go along with whatever silly rule they might have. Cheerful. Oh, I smile when I do it. So we're trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful. Are you cheerful? Are you smiling? Are you happy? Are you whistling a tune? What was that? If anybody can tell me what I just whistled, that would be like, if I had a prize, I'd give it to you. But can you whistle while you walk and have some fun and be glad to be out there? Do people catch you smiling when you're just walking down the street because you've got positive self-talk taking place and you're just kind of happy inside? Think about it. Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty. And what does that mean to you? Okay, let me tell you something funny. I've been wanting to say this somewhere, so I'll say it, and I hope you smile. A guy told me the other day, he said, if someone tells me is the money doesn't buy you happiness, they've never had money. It's like, well, I get it. It doesn't, but it's right. It's a lot easier to do stuff and have happiness and do some things if you got some money. But the truth is it doesn't, because I have been with people that are cheerful without money. I've been in Asia, in some impoverished areas. I've been in Africa. I've been in Latin America, South America, in the Caribbean, different places that were quite impoverished, even here in the United States. And man, I can find some smiling people that have found peace within their hearts, regardless of how much money they have. I like to have the money so I can fly there and see them. At the same time, I understand it's not a requirement. So what about thrifty? You do need to work on your budget and make sure that you're a good steward of what God has given you in terms of your money and resources, and use it for what is important and valuable and can make a difference. So it's not always, I can buy it because I got the money to buy it. But one of the questions is, do I need to save some for a rainy day? Save some so I'll have some to give away? Do I need to save some to whatever, to invest? It's a lot better if you pay attention to your finances and protect what you've got so you'll have something when you need it. Just a thought. I'm not doing a financial counseling class here, but thrifty is one of them. Let's see here. I've got Oh, you did it. Kevin Fitzgerald, you're right. It was the Marine hymn. I was whistling that from the halls of Montezuma. Good. Ron, to the shores of Tripoli. That's right. You got it. So, thrifty, trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty. What's next? Brave. Risk forward. I talked about Victoria Labalme's book, Risk Forward. And really, that's about brave. Can you be brave? Can you step forward sometimes into what's virtually the unknown by faith to do something good? Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean. Clean. Heart, mind, spirit, body. It does kind of make sense, doesn't it? Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. So what's that about? I think it's about recognizing that God is here and he loves us and he takes care of us, and we need to worship him. And if you are from another faith, then I think it's the same thing, isn't it? Seriously, whatever it is you are, your faith is teaching the same basic tenets that my Christianity does. So, reverence within the framework of what your faith is a good darn start, isn't it? Pay attention to what we've got and be thankful. Well, everyone, I hope that trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent becomes part of your life and your mantra as you go out there, try to help others, help yourself, help the vendors that you're buying from and the customers that you're selling to all experience you like it's one thing. That there's no difference with you, whether you're at work or at home or at church or at play. They're dealing with the same man or woman with integrity. And they will say, you know, that guy or gal, I know them. And they do exemplify these 12 attributes. Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Now, go take on the day. Thank you for joining me. I'm Jay Skinner. This is PDT Associates Buyers and Sellers Show, and we're really, really happy you came. See you next week. Thanks for coming.